Good afternoon. Thank you for investing your afternoon with us. It's a lovely, lovely afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Reliance and Images for giving me opportunity to moderate. It's an honor to me. Such a lovely people are sitting here. They are not speakers. They are the gems. They are the superstars performing for India. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you. See, today's our session is building omni-channel strategy, complete and thorough, right? Before starting, I would like to take a temperature of this room. How many are, you brands are or your companies are working with the general trade? Please raise your hand. Companies are working with, modern trade? Good. And they are all working with the marketplaces? So, how many of you are into the D2C as well as into the retail stores? Good, nice. A good mix. There's a lot of people here. So, a good interactive section. We are going to start with it. What we'll do is, because we are approximately 20 people here, I'll ask the same questions because it's not, we are 5 or 6, that's why we'll go with a single question. I would like to ask, what has been your strategy for omni-channel for day one for your brand? How did COVID shake it up? And how did you bounce back? Or you change your strategy completely to bounce back? I would like to know your vision. So I would like to start. Alex, I would like to start from you. Do you have a speaker? I would like to know your vision on the omni-channel strategy.
Opportunity to place it across India. And unless we use omni-channel, we will not be able to reach out to as many consumers as possible. So we use modern trade, we use general trade, and we also use e-commerce sites to reach out to consumers.
You are as a rising star in this, from regional to you are becoming a national player. I would like to know, what is your view on your omni-channel strategy, where you are heading?
So to just simplify it a bit more, I would say that it becomes very much easier to adapt yourself into an omni-channel brand when you look at it from a consumer's point of view. For me, being omni-channel is providing all sorts of convenience to the customer, which is basically what the customer is looking for. A recent data said that an average person in India who has a smartphone spends around 4 hours each and every day on their phone or on their laptop. So being an omni-channel brand is very much necessary, especially where you can reach more people. Say, for example, on Instagram and such social media websites, they play a huge part in making your brand omni-channel. As for our own brand, COVID has slightly pushed our backend to turn omni-channel. I would expect we would adapt into the entire system by mid 2023. But we've already started the social media marketing way of omni-channeling. So when we push out an ad campaign, you'll see the same ad campaign be pushed out on Instagram. You'll see the same one being pushed out on Facebook, on YouTube, and etc. Also, we push out certain ads on the marketplaces that we are in. Say, for example, on JioMart. You'll see our banners quite often on JioMart as well. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. If we take the canvas of India, so there are more than 500 million smartphones available with the Indians. So if the smartphone is there, they are spending maximum time there. If you are not there, then you are losing your sales. Guys, be smart. Say always available on the smartphone. That's the shop which is 24 hours open for you. Mr. Gaurav Parekh, say, I would like to know from you what's your products and how you achieve the omni-channel strategy.
Basically, we deal in milk and milk products manufacturing and Indian sweets.
Wow.
Pre-COVID, we were mainly into distribution, that is general trade and modern trade. Post-COVID, we have started that D2C, that is GeoMart, we do that. So we had to change the strategy, and post-COVID, I think it was boon for us, as it was less organized before COVID, but after COVID, it has been much more organized, especially into packed sweets. So our focus is on D2C at the moment, with traditional general trade and modern trade.
I think the COVID actually changed our lives. They actually boosted our business, right?
Yeah. Agree.
Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Gurjeet ji, say you are heading, say it's a Sarvottam oil. Yes. So what's your view on this one? Say like the omni-channel, how actually this changed, and what is your vision for omni-channel strategy in the coming years?
As when this COVID has started, so we are in the commodity business. We have a product, Sarvottam rice bran oil. So people have changed their mind, or you can say forced to change for a healthier product. So we took the opportunity and we spread ourselves in everywhere. We are now with Flipkart, we are now with Big Basket, we are now with Grofers, we are available in GeoMart, offline channel, online channels. We have spread like anything. So that is the opportunity is going to be the future increase. It's going to be a big. It's not stopping here, or it's not very small now. It's going to be very big.
Great, great. Say like, you are all guys are say like a dream for the 10x. Congratulations to all of you, guys. Harsh ji, Mr. Harsh Jain from DNV Foods. Please, sir, tell me about your vision on the omni-channel strategy. What you have done and what you are going to achieve in the coming years.
So omni-channel presence is very much required right now, because if you see the convenience matter, everyone is everyone is planning to spend less and then encourage more on the sales. So like Blinkit, which came up right now, it delivers you in 10 minutes. So there are many more channels which are coming up, which are to the convenience of the customer. So it's being present in all the omni-channel is very much required, not just general trade or modern trade, but across presence is required. It gives boost to the business also.
Thank you, thank you. Neha, you have spent approximately 14 years in the media industry. Now you came to say into the snacks and etc. Say like, I would like to know from you, say, what is your strategy to push your company into the omni-channel way?
So for us, I think COVID, changed things for everybody, and I'm sure all the food brands agree. We also started out with a very general trade heavy brand, moved into modern trade. I think Reliance in that sense has been very helpful, because you learn from people, right? You weren't in it earlier. They've been working with multiple brands. We were the first to do it with them. And modern trade's been picking up for us, and I think we've been doing fairly well and moving on. I think post-COVID, consumer behavior changed a lot of things for us. Suddenly, packaged food, even in sweets, which earlier everybody would talk about fresh sweets, became the new norm. Everybody preferred the packaged sweets because, hygiene, all of those things were very high at that time. People were worried. So for us, that was a big chance for us to pick up on that. So for the past 2-3 years, what we've seen is that in modern trade, we're doing better in packaged sweets also, and not just the snack business of ours. Similarly, for things like, papad as a commodity, we're actually the second largest producers of handmade papad in the country. So all of these things, when you sort of try and move from a smaller place and get those products out, and there is machine-made papad too, but for us, what's happened is, you have to find the consumer who's looking for that category in a particular channel. So we have a huge sort of a matrix that sort of runs, because every region is different, every region has different requirements coming in. So with the about six categories that we work in, that's how we try and sort of, manage our omni-channel accordingly. So assortments are very different regionally. Even on Reliance and when you talk about the smart bazaars, our assortments will be different across regions, across states, across regions. Similarly, for the newer channels, the quick commerce as we call them, a very limited assortment, but very fast-moving assortment, because that's what they work in. I mean, quick commerce is something we are now learning about in the past year and a half, which is primarily post-COVID. So things have changed for us in that sense. You relook the entire business, actually, in terms of reaching out to the customer. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. Say, actually, in the food, quick commerce plays a big role. It's not into the, say, like when we talk about other things, say, not into the apparel and footwear, but into the food, it's the QCR, it plays a big role. Yeah. If you enlighten this, say, all the people are sitting here, say, on the technology front, if you tell me about what you are doing into the marketing, right? Say, what is the, say, like the omni-channel marketing means here?
Right. Again, I think primarily what's been very important for us to reach a consumer, like Dhrumil said, is on his phone for about 4 hours in a day. And you have to try and reach out to the customer today. The customer's not going to chase you. They're very clear. The loyalists will always remain, but that's a certain set. How do you get new people? So in terms of technology, we're also working with consumer habits, and literally all the channels are working differently. All of them. What we're doing with quick commerce has been, and it's not technology deployment per se, but in quick commerce, sampling has been very, very efficient for most brands like ours. Because quick commerce, there are higher orders coming in, right? The repetition is higher because the value of the order is slightly lower. But when you talk about my own D2C channel, which is my website, for that, we're trying to do a lot of customer acquisition. We want repeat customers, obviously. So there, we're actually, in fact, for the next few months, it's our aim to sort of start deploying technology on that. Our own website, we've not pushed as much yet. And now, we're a listed company now. So we have a lot more responsibility in terms of a lot more shareholders. So now we've gotten, and see, traditional companies have taken some time, to sort of make friends with technology, simply put. So in terms of our production, extremely automated. But when we're trying to reach out to the customer, that's where I think now we're trying to use a lot more technology. But there's a long way to go in terms of, and also with technology moving forward so much that by the time you sort of accepted something, there's something new that's come in. So unless we're moving with the times, it'll be tough to catch hold of that customer and retain the customer. Acquisition is one part of it, retention is bigger for every brand. So,
thank you,
yeah.
thank you, Neha.
You're welcome.
Mr. Prateek Athwani. Mr. Prateek, it's the similar kind of, again, you are into the package of the sweets, right? So what is your vision? How do you see India go about into, say, and what is your vision into the omni-channel?
Yeah, hi everyone. So basically, when we started this company, we observed the transition maybe around 15 years ago when we saw namkeen used to get sold in Lowe's. But now if you want namkeen, you will not find in Lowe's. It's completely into pack now. The same vision we had for the mithai also, right, to when we started. So going forward, the mithai industry, as per the recent data, it is roughly around 30,000 crores in India. And still, if you talk about packaged, right? We are just what, maybe 5%? So rest 95% is there. And category is also growing. So conversion is what we have to target. And how we will do? By creating new products, a lot of R&D, focus more on the increasing the shelf life. Yeah, we are quite positive.
Quite positive.
Yeah.
Say, like, if I talk about the omni-channel, how many channels you are into it?
Yeah, so basically, majorly we are working, in 4 major channels. That is modern trade, of course, followed by GT, e-commerce. That's a bit small, but gradually growing. And the 4th one, which we have discovered from past 4 years, is a travel retail, right? Where we are trying to present ourselves in all leading airports of the country, right? With currently we are around 12 to 13 airports. So that is a new channel which is giving us a good revenue, both top line, bottom line. And apart from that, the branding which is free of cost. So that is one interesting channel which we are doing.
Smart move, smart move.
Thank you.
Mr. T. Rajendran. So
Hi, good afternoon to all.
You are from A to B.
Yes.
So I would like to know for your organization as well as, say, your vision into the omni-channel strategy.
Yeah, I certainly feel there's a great opportunity and we are moving to it. We were a regional brand. We were basically in one state. This omni-channel helped us to move faster and also to a greater phase. And we also would like to take this opportunity to thank Reliance because it showed us, it's actually pushing regional brands to move national. It's giving a target. It's also helping us how we can pack ourselves, how we can modernize ourselves, how we can go faster. What is the vision? It actually helped us think beyond. Actually, that helped us to grow in the last, say, 6-7 years. And today we are. And we are now started thinking for the next 5 years. I think it's definitely there, and the omni-channel helps us to grow. It gives us a lot of opportunity to give us different packs. And as she rightly said, quick commerce. We are into Zepto, we are into Blinkit, we are into all. It gives us, it's pushes, all these things are pushing us to grow faster. It gives us a sense of responsibility. It gives us an opportunity where if we don't catch the bus, we might lose it. This is certainly very, very good, and it's going to help us in the coming days to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Aditya, Mr. Aditya Kaji, you have done your MBA from Harvard. How do you feel about it in India?
So the learnings are still applicable in India as well, right? So we launched our business actually in the US originally, and we've brought the business into India just over 2 years back. We started by selling purely online and in modern trade. We actually didn't start in general trade till much later. So fully bought into the omni-channel strategy. But as a small brand, we took our time before we got into the general trade distribution because the scale required to operate efficiently in general trade is very, very large. But both physical and online, we've been firm believers in. Both for, I heard people talking about visibility. You want to be present where the customer wants to buy your product or where the customers can see your product. So we strongly believe that it's, if you're selling a physical product, you have to be available online, D2C, and offline.
Okay. So, Aditya, people are talking about the trust, say like how people are building trust in their brands. So the people are talking about, say like on the supply, but I talk about why not on the reverse supply. So when we say, okay, on the same day delivery, why not we are talking about the same day return? What's your opinion on this one?
So I think different platforms have different service offerings. So I think, someone mentioned Blinkit. Blinkit is instant 10-15 minutes and return takes a day. And to answer that question specifically, and I'm just thinking on my feet here, is you want the customer to have the product for a day to really think if they want to return it, and so they maybe delay it, the company or the brand delays it by a day to allow the return. But I think, as brands, we recognize that you have to factor in your return percentage into the price of the product, knowing 20%, 10%, whatever returns are to be expected, has to be factored into the price of the product because that's what customers have learned to accept. Amazon started the Prime 2 Day in the US 10, 15 years back where customers paid $100 to become Prime members, to allow you to buy products with 2 days of shipping. And so now that's ingrained in human beings. Like, we just desire products to arrive within 2 days, even if you don't really need it. So this instant gratification is very much part of the DNA of all shoppers in any kind of FMCG.
Thank you, Aditya. Well said. Mr. Kush Agarwal. Kush, you are again into the, say, it's snacks, foods, you are into the namkeen as well as in the sweets. So we would like to know, because you are into the retail, physical retail also, you are into the different channels also. So we would like to know what is your vision on this omni-channel strategy?
I would say that in the past couple of years, the consumer, they have become more demanding of us as manufacturers, as brands. Pehle, it was much easier for us to sell products when I say 20 years, 30 years back. But now today, with so much competition going on around the world, so many of our competitors sitting with us tonight, and everyone over here present, we all know that we have to be present everywhere with every category possible for each and every customer, not just in India, but outside India as well. You see a lot of people, traveling outside India, being a resident in maybe UAE, Canada, US, and many other parts of the world. And over there, they do require Indian sweets, they do require Indian namkeen, or with our restaurant model, they do require Indian food. And not just Indians, but overall other nationalities or other, other races in the world. They are trying new and new varieties of food products. They are trying new cuisines and everything. So what we are trying to do as Omni-channel is, yes, we are there in general trade, yes, we are there in modern trade, we have our own stores, we are there in D2C, we are everywhere. We are present everywhere. But we are just not there with namkeen or sweets. We are trying to expand our portfolio in Western snacks, expand our portfolio completely in salty snacks, then maybe go towards ready-to-eat category, frozen category, to cater every and each consumer and meet their demand.
Very good, sir. All the best.
Thank you so much.
For your future plans. So I would like to go to Rahul Jain. Rahulji, if I'm not wrong, you are into the hygiene products, as well as you are exporting to 17 countries.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
So now I would like to know, what is your vision on omni-channel strategy? How you are going to, have you implemented in one department, 2 departments, 3 departments? And what's your vision, say, like in the coming 2 years, how you are going to implement this omni-channel strategy in your organization?
So firstly, I think I'm the black sheep over here among all food companies, so we are the only non-food people over here. But anyways, that makes us a little special as well. We are basically a homegrown brand, and we have created a presence across about 16 countries, where when we talk about omni-channel, yes, everybody knows over here that being entrepreneurs and running companies, we have to be everywhere. So that's a key point, and everybody gets to know where the wind is blowing to. So if it's e-commerce, then yes, we have to be there in e-commerce. Modern trade, we like as our company, as Tulips, we are basically very strong in cotton hygiene, personal hygiene, and wipes. So we are basically cotton and wipes company. We are present across roughly more than 3 lakh retail outlets throughout the country. Every modern trade, and we channelize wholesales as well, as a very important tool. E-commerce, of course, everybody has to do it, because that's as I said, that's where the wind is going to. E-commerce we are doing. Everybody is doing e-commerce. We have our D2C structures. But I would like to say that there is, to reach the rural areas, to tier 3 towns and to outlets, which still generate a lot of revenue, companies can actually use the wholesales also as a very strong medium, where if you have an existing product which is already going through that, so we ride on new products and make them reach those retail outlets on the basis of our existing product. And similarly, we took a lot of effort to have our products placed at Carrefours at Panda and a lot of store chains, Malaysia, Indonesia. So I mean, we feel very proud that we were able to place our own Indian brand of, which generally is, kind of in a commoditized place, but we have been able to create a brand throughout Southeast Asia and Middle East and North Africa.
Very well said, sir. Actually, when we talk about general trade, it's a wholesale or distribution, it is a 85% market share.
Very true.
Right? So 15%, say like, it's for everybody. If you insist on, if you make a strategy on GT, so it will boost your business like anything.
Here I'd like to just share, an example of what we did. There was one product of ours which was going throughout the entire chemist chains. So we understood that this is going through a huge user base. We did not have a direct data to that. What we knew is that when we go to the retail channels and we understand that, okay, fine, this product gets sold, generally about one piece of this gets sold in a month, for example, or maybe I would take a metric of 10. 10 products get sold in a month. So by that, we could understand that this is reaching so many lakh retail outlets indirectly. So we would write a new product onto that, factor in that particular cost, write a new product onto that, and that new product would reach roughly about those many outlets on its own, so that gets sold automatically and create a new market. So that's one channel which I would say that if anybody has an existing product, then one should certainly look at it, because there's a huge base.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rahul Sharma.
So I asked him, why should retailers sell organic? And he said that organic is the ultimate value addition or premiumization that we can offer in staples and grocery. Now that is actually applicable across all channels. Any channel that sells grocery and staples, we have to upgrade our consumers. And the value addition that organic provides is an opportunity for every retailer. As a brand, I need to reach out to as many consumers as possible, and omni-channel strategy is the way to go. Every way the consumer reaches out to us is a plus for us. So whether it's online, offline, GT, modern trade, we have to be there everywhere.
Thank you, sir. It's good luck. Actually, I would like, I read about you, it's Varanji, he's pro-health, pro-women, and pro-to-health, right? Thank you very much, sir. We are looking forward. You are so concerned about for us to giving us quality products which are organic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So I think I'm going to be the last on the panel.
No. There's a Vishal Chaji who's also there.
Okay, so we are all talking about omni-channel and all, but I'll tell you about our philosophy. We are talking about food, and food is a culture in this country.
Perfect.
And when you talk about culture, two things we should know. What does your mom or your sister needs in the kitchen? Because every 200 kilometer food changes, the preference changes, the ingredient changes. तो जिस दिन ये समझ में आ गया कि उनको चाहिए क्या और हम दे क्या सकते हैं, you can and you will be reaching all this what we are calling omni-channel, D2C, B2C, CSD, e-com, quick commerce. For us as a company, we were born as a modern trade company. Of late, we started as modern trade company first and then ventured into general trade and expanded our, across all the channels we are present today. What has changed post-COVID is the household penetration, which has gone up. कंज्यूमर ने घर में बैठ के एक्सपेरिमेंट किया, पनीर चिली नहीं पसंद आया तो पास्ता बनाया, पास्ता से मन भर गया तो शेजवान फ्राइड राइस बना लिया, कुछ ना कुछ किया. अब वो कुछ ना कुछ किया, उसमें सबसे बड़ा रोल प्ले किया रिलायंस एंड अदर रिटेलर्स. यू एक्चुअली हैव प्लेड द रोल ऑफ अ कैटलिस्ट. मीडिया पहुंच गई है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, इंटीरियर्स ऑफ उड़ीसा में. कंज्यूमर इज रेडी, बी इट बी अ daughter of a multimillionaire or a labor. That is when last 6 months हमने अपने चश्मे उतार के रख दिए टेबलों पे. ये हाइपर है, हाइपर में ये प्रोफाइल के लोग आते हैं, ये सुपर है, इस प्रोफाइल के लोग आते हैं एंड ऑल दैट। एक्चुअल में जब एक छोटा स्टोर खुलता है तो हमने समझने की कोशिश की कि वो है क्या। एक्चुअली इट इज़ अ प्लेस ऑफ सेलिब्रेशन, जो पुराने गाँव के समय में लोग बोलते थे हाट जा रहे हैं, wherein they get their kids, family, spend good amount of time, do shopping and come back. अब वहाँ जा रहे हैं तो उनको मिल क्या रहा है? So we are doing lot of sampling. Many of the companies are doing sampling. The kids are busy there. Mother is busy doing shopping. So for us, it is very exciting era. And for us, I am saying the mantra for us is small is big. So no more a hyper remains one algorithm way of working, or a smart point remain one algorithm. Smart point can be 4 times in comparison to any smart point available in urban city. So good, thank you very much for the retailers to help us grow, and growth is not an issue. The only thing we have to catch up with the pace of where the consumer and what the consumer wants, and our products will be there. That's what we are ensuring. Thanks, Swarna.
विकास जी बहुत अच्छा बोला आपने। जिसने कंज्यूमर को समझ लिया तो वो थ्रू हो गया। सो व्हेन यू अंडरस्टैंड द कंज्यूमर, देन यू कैन बिल्ड योर स्ट्रेटजीज। इफ यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर कंज्यूमर, यू कांट मेक योर स्ट्रेटजीज राइट। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। So the lastly we are coming to the star of this, Mr. Vishal Shah from Storia.
Bikaji, I'm the last on the list.
So Vishal, I would like to know, say I have seen your brand and your stall. It's looking exciting. It's a great, the branding you have done very good. So, but I would like to know your strategy on the Omni-channel.
Sir, we at Storia like to keep things very simple, right? For us, to be present at every buying cycle for the consumer is important. If he's buying us online, offline, going to a retail store, going to a modern trade store, going to our website, for us it's important to give the consumer the same experience and make sure we are a point of consideration for purchase. So I think we organically became Omni-channel. For us, we just follow a consumer's buying journey and try and be present at every point of purchase for them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, anybody have questions to the specific speaker? You can ask. Anybody is there, want to say, raise your hand. Anybody have any question?
I don't think there are any questions, sir. Anybody? Okay, this will be the single question. We are running out of time.
Sir, from the last 30 minutes or from the last 45 minutes, we are discussing about the presence in Omni-channel. So it is very, very important to be a brand to get presence in Omni-channel. But as you know, that subject of this entire discussion is local player to national player, where Omni-channel play a very good role, but it takes year on years. Just like graphite convert to the diamond, there is difference of only one carbon, but it takes year on years. But few retailer like Reliance Retail, which is present in almost major all states of the country, which helps to get a brand to present from the regional to national level. So Omni-channel is important, but brand like Reliance is very, very important for us.
Yeah, you are right. When you are talking about a modern trade, you need a bigger players with you. The people who are organized, they are one of the most organized people, right? You need those players. So this is one channel which you need. And for every brand, you need to be on every channel, whether it is a modern trade, whether it is e-commerce, whether it is a marketplace, or I say the GT, which is the biggest one. And if it is the biggest one, there are the bigger challenges also there, right? Because those general traders are selling to the retailers, and in the retailers there is a very less space, it's a limited space. How you are going to push your product into that space? It's a limited space. Thank you very much, everybody. So listening to every speaker, thank you very much.